The booty butt cheeks.
What? Oh man,
I love it.
did you ever see the original Cats? Like
Yes.
the Broadway version?
Yes.
Did you see
not
it?
live. I've seen the movie version.
Oh, okay.
But it was, people in costume, not what the new trailers like CG like.
Right. Well, let's just mention Cats since we're already
Okay.
fully into the show.
Meow.
It was I think the trailer just came out in the last couple of days as part of San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll tell you some of the updates from that when we get to the nerd updates. But just the Cats trailer by itself, a lot of people in it. Idris Elba, right? Taylor Swift.
Yep. Jason Derulo, Jennifer Hudson.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo. Judi Dench.
Yeah.
He's an awesome hip hop dancer. He's part of the Les Twins. I think his name is Larry Bourgeois.
Mm-hmm.
He's French, but yeah, he's in it. I don't know why his brother isn't, but I mean, hey, you know what?
Nice. Well,
Maybe he got too big after Men in Black 2. So
a lot of people have been saying it looks creepy to them, but I thought visually it looked pretty stunning.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I won't probably rush right out to go see it
I know, I will.
I've never seen Cats to begin with.
Oh, you need to watch the original first, man. You really do.
But you said you've never seen it like done live.
Right. I've always wanted to. I've been to New York several times, and they have it on from time to time. But I think the times that I've gone to New York or stayed in New York, it wasn't running. The show wasn't running yet.
Okay. I think the only musical I've ever really seen was the Addams Family musical. I saw it at down at the Civic Center here. So, but I don't go to many musicals. Not that I have anything against them. I like them. I actually like going to see like the Philharmonic and stuff. But some musicals I would dig seeing. Like,
Did you know I was in a musical once?
No, what was it?
It's called Gypsy.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Right on.
Yep,
Where was it? At OU?
No. Actually, I was in another musical at OU, but
Guys and Dolls?
No, Gypsy was at
Wizard of
my
Oz?
high school. No,
The Wiz.
No, I wish I was.
Get on down the
No,
road.
Ease on down.
Is it Ease on Down?
Yeah.
We sang that song in show choir in the 7th grade.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can you believe that I was in show choir?
No.
Yeah. So my show choir existence was horrible. I hated it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a dancer.
Yeah.
But there's some girls in there that I was like,
yeah.
they're cute. I'm gonna dance with Bobby. Yes. I don't think I've even thought of that name since the 7th grade, but that's funny. So I was in show choir, and I remember all the time, like, people would be like, I'd be singing and dancing, and they're like, you need to smile. And I'm like, you're only going to get 2 of those 3. You're either going to get me singing and dancing, or singing and then smiling, or smiling and dancing, but not all 3.
Yeah. Nope.
I wasn't good at it.
Yeah.
So ease on down. Maybe that's why that's why I wasn't any good at it.
Maybe.
Ease on down. The road. But yeah.
Oh man.
Show choir. That's where
Whoop, whoop.
That's where you get all the ladies. Not.
No.
I haven't said not since the 7th grade either. So San Diego Comic-Con, that's what we're going to talk about. I guess we should get into our nerd update.
Me. It's a nerd update.
Okay, passable.
Yeah, whatever. I was caught off guard. You can't catch me off guard, man. I can't do that. I'm amateur.
Yeah, you are. That is one thing that you are. So let's talk about what.
What's up, Nora? She just joined.
Oh, hey. What struck you about any of the news that came out from San Diego Comic-Con so far? I mean, it's Saturday at 5, so there's only a little bit left for today and tomorrow, but
man,
a few things that you could go ahead and...
Several things, dude. Several things. So some of you might know I love action figures. A lot of news about that. They're doing a new, I wouldn't say new, but since it's the 80th anniversary for Marvel Comics, they're having a whole bunch of Marvel Legends that are coming out. They have a 3-pack of the 90s cartoon, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine in his tiger stripe suit with bone claws and adamantium claws. Man, it's dope because they have her in the comics with, or in the box with her, poofy hair.
Yeah.
Jean Grey. And then they have one for the 90s cartoon with the ponytail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Cyclops has his leather jacket on. And like I said, Wolverine has bone claws and like a battle damaged cowl. Man, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
They're also, doing things for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah. So we got to talk about that one. That one's huge.
Metacom Mafex is killing it right now.
Oh, is it? Wait. Are you still talking about the toys?
The toys, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me. Oh man.
Well, while you're looking that up, let me announce that they are talking about Spider-Man will once again swing around the multiverse in Spider-Verse. It'll be a 6-issue limited series from Jed McKay, who's known for Black Cat, and then different artists. Juan Frigeri. He was Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Art Adams, co-creator of Longshot and an X-Men legend. James Herron, Rumble, The Apocalypse, Pages of DC's #1, and Stuart Imanen.
Stuart?
Who it says pretty much everything.
Are you watching Letterkenny?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Stuart. I like it because when he does the quick Stuart, it's like with more pain, it really hurts. Yes, I love Letterkenny. But Miles Morales.
Yeah.
More comic books for Miles Morales, Spider-Verse. That's going to be dope.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure
I can't wait
you
for
were
that.
happy about that.
Oh, dude. And I can't wait for these action figures, man. Look at that. They look dope.
Gosh, yes.
Look at that. Oh.
Yeah. Turn that around. And
Hold on. Let me. Okay, hold on. Oh. Look at that. Look at this, y'all.
And I'll flash up. You'll send me the pics.
Yeah, I'll send you the photos.
I'll flash those up in the finished. Yeah, chubby Peter.
Yeah. Peter B. Parker.
I love it.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for that, dude.
That's awesome. I didn't know those were coming. That's the first time I saw that.
That's why I love San Diego Comic-Con so much. It's, they give you everything that you could possibly want.
Yeah.
And, dude, some of the cosplays out there are amazing.
Right.
Like, I'll send you some photos, and then, we can put them up on the after production show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here are some announcements that caught my eye. Witcher on Netflix. Have you seen any of the previews for that?
The trailer is dope.
It is dope. It looks like Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Because the guy with the blonde hair, the elf, he looks exactly like a Lord of the Ring elf.
Yep.
But it does look good. So I'm excited about that.
Because I was kind of, I've seen the video game play.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks pretty cool. I've never got into the Witcher's books because I don't like to read books. Like I read comic books all day, but I can't read a book.
I'm more.
I can.
I love comic books, but I prefer books.
Really? I can't do it. I can't do it.
I do.
But The Witcher, that trailer came out. Also, The Watchmen on HBO.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like Watchmen set in updated times.
Yep. They have the original characters from the movie, they're grown now. They're older.
No. Okay. So I was kind of thinking. My interpretation, and I didn't see the whole trailer, but I started watching a little bit of it the other day. I was thinking it was more like a cult of people, like almost how in Gotham, where they had people who were inspired by the Joker, basically.
Right.
That's what I took off of this one. I don't know. I could be wrong because you watched the full trailer.
Yeah. Well, there is Rorschach. He has
Rorschach.
I can't. Whatever.
Worcestershire sauce.
He has a following, but the the main characters that you see in the trailer, all the superheroes back in the day,
right?
And Dr. Manhattan might be in this series. Maybe something towards the end.
I would imagine he would probably be in there somehow. So, on HBO, I bet it's dope.
Yeah.
Let's see. Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, I didn't get to see that one.
I didn't see the trailer, but I think it was the announcement that Tom Cruise was coming back for that one. Did you watch Top Gun?
Man, I haven't seen that in like years.
I can't even promise you that I've seen it all the way through. But I know when Goose bites the bullet, that was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Pretty sad. Spoilers. And then I don't think this was announced at Comic-Con, but this did come out. The Halloween remake they did, or reboot, they're doing like another 2 that'll come out consecutively in 2020 and 2021.
I know they showed the new trailer for It.
Yeah.
And that was pretty scary.
I'm not that hyped about the Halloween movies, but we'll see.
You know, I'm not either.
Okay, so
you may know why.
Yeah. Here's a couple other things though that we can talk about real quick. Did you ever see Battle of the Planets? It was an American adaptation of an anime series.
Nuh-uh.
Out of Japan, it was called Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. And it tells the story of the G-Force, a group of 5 youngsters who are tasked with protecting Earth from galactic threats.
Oh, Voltron.
A couple of these stories, I'll just give credit to Den of Geek because I pulled them off of there.
Okay.
So, but the Russo brothers have announced that that's one of the movies that they're going to adapt. They've got the rights.
Is it going to be live action, or
they said they want to do it live action? So a lot of people are excited about that. They also had a little bit of a panel where I remember this anime. Yeah?
But I never knew the name of it.
Right.
I just thought they were all birds. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen it, but...
Yeah, I remember this one. Yep.
So the Russo brothers, anything they do, I'm down for.
Oh, man, anything.
But they had a little panel, right?
Uh-huh.
And the Avengers, like, I think Chris Evans, a few other people went to the panel and were asking them questions, like, instead of fan questions, it was those guys. And I guess that was pretty funny. But they did talk about, like, a few movies they got coming up. And I did say that... Remember how on the show I was saying the Russo brothers should do a Batman movie because that 21 Bridges movie looks so great? Mm-hmm. I have to make a correction there.
Oh, okay.
They're producing the movie. They're not directing.
Oh, okay.
So that I did kind of, I messed that one up. But they're involved, so it looks like a great movie anyway.
Right.
But their next movie is called Cherry. It stars Tom Holland. And begins filming this fall. It's going to be rated R because it's a movie about opioid addiction. So, but I mean, yeah. So that one's kind of sounds like it might be a little bit of a departure from what they've been doing, which is action movies and comic book movies. So, I'd be interested to see that. Tom Holland's in it, so that'd be good.
You know, as a lot of people are not really caring for Tom Holland. And I don't see why. I think he's a brilliant actor.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that because we can really go ahead and just get into our Spider-Man Far From Home discussion.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean that wraps up San Diego Comic-Con for me so far. Things that I was paying attention to.
Like there was. We're gonna get to that later. Never mind. But yeah, we can go Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, we both mentioned that we really enjoyed Spider-Man Comic-Con. Or Spider-Man Far From Home. And
what if they did have a Comic-Con just for Spider-Man?
Just for Spider-Man? You'd go.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'd
be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I want to talk about a couple of things. Actually, I did mention to you on the last show, I was like, I still didn't kind of get why Mysterio was doing what he was doing. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's because I dozed off during that part. So when we had talked about it, I was like, I didn't really get why Mysterio was doing what he was doing. And so we talked about it after the show. And turns out it was because he was working for the Starks, or Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And Tony kind of treated him, or not really treated him bad, or what did you get? Like he basically...
He made fun
kind of laughed off his inventions and stuff, his work.
Yeah. And, I guess he has soft skin and had to put this big old plan into play.
Yeah.
And, basically, take revenge.
And he did it so crazy because he went after, I guess, probably what would be the weakest Avenger.
Right.
Because it's Spider-Man. He's a kid. He's
not really a seasoned superhero.
Mm-hmm. Right.
His biggest villain was Vulture.
And the thing about him is, Spider-Man just in general, I think, is he's got that's his allure, is that he's just like us. With his own misgivings, his own, where he just doesn't believe in himself at time.
Yeah.
But but he's got the superpower that any one of us could have got. Like
Right.
Batman, not just anybody can be Batman.
Right.
Because you know, if you're not born a billionaire
Yeah.
with all these gadgets and all that,
Right.
then
And you could take like a 2-year sabbatical to go, you know, learn kung fu and other fighting forms.
but if you're just a teenager that gets bit by a radioactive spider,
Right.
well then that could have been any of us.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So,
exactly.
So I've always thought that that's the cool thing about him. But yeah, that's why I feel like he went after Spider-Man, was because he was the weakest. Not just one of the few remaining,
Yeah.
but he was the weakest
Well, yeah,
target.
because I mean, like if he would have went up against what's his face, Hawkeye, what do you think he would have got, the Edith glasses? No.
No.
If he would have went up against Black Widow, rest in peace, do you think she would have fell for that? No, of course not.
No.
And if he would have really went up against Nick Fury, do you think he would have got past that? Not at all.
No. So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's, he just lost his mentor, his father figure, and of course he's like, you know what? Oh, this is gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah. What'd you think about MJ finding out that he was Spider-Man? Not Toby. Peter Parker. Tobey Maguire.
I would say, I like how this is going. I like how this Spider-Man universe is going.
Right.
Because everybody else is like, oh, Peter Parker just vanished. Where did he go?
Yeah.
Oh, he comes back. Oh, sorry, I went to go hide in the restroom. No, you didn't. I was in there. Like, so everybody's like brushing it off. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Peter Parker is this lame kid, but I like how people are finding out who he is right off the bat. Because honestly and truthfully, I think that's how it would really be.
Right.
So I kind of like that aspect, how they're playing, it in a real world situation.
Yeah, because if you were Spider-Man, I think after a minute I'd probably be like, this dude right here, is
Right, like,
Spider-Man.
okay, let's say, something.
You were like, I gotta leave during the podcast,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you're
Something on the news is like,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, webbed up 10 dudes robbing a jewelry store.
yeah. See you on TV holding up the Devon Tower.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like that's Cameo, which would make our podcast a lot better.
Man, what
You
it
were
is?
Spider-Man,
Right. But then there's real life.
Yeah. So let's cut to the end scenes.
Okay.
Because that's pretty much what we really couldn't talk about last
Yeah.
time. So the first one was great because they got J.K. Simmons to come back as J. Jonah Jameson, which when you saw that, because you're a big fan of the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and all that, were you like so excited?
Oh, dude, my whole theater, including me, was like, yeah.
Right.
J. Jonah Jameson, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty dope, man. I liked how he came back to reprise that role. And, we've said this on a podcast like several of them ago, that it's funny how people are in Hollywood that are, have 1 foot in DC, 1 foot in Marvel.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty funny.
Well, he might only have the Marvel job right now because the DC.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Although, this is let's just subreddit this for just a second.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what it's called. I think that there's a chance Ben Affleck could still play the older Batman in another movie.
I think so, too.
Because Robert Pattinson is playing a younger Batman. That could totally be a different branch. So that's that. Let's just throw that nugget out there.
All right.
So he could still be in both. Is what I'm getting at. The director John Watts, he was talking about that. He says, "I can't believe we did that. I'm so excited. We knew that we wanted Peter's identity to get revealed, and we knew that had to be something that everyone would see, so it would be on TV." He said, "We just immediately came back to, well, it should be the Daily Bugle, but if it's the Daily Bugle, it's got to be J. Jonah Jameson, and we can't really have anyone else play J. Jonah Jameson. So we thought, why not get J.K. Simmons? If he'll do it, he just gave such an iconic performance, it just didn't feel right to have that be anyone else."
Right.
And I think it's cool. Do you think we could see some kind of multiverse now because of that? Does that suggest that there's some kind of multiverse where maybe there is a Tobey Maguire,
Well,
or there is
we got to go back
Andrew
to
Garfield?
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange said there's like a multiverse.
Sure, but do you think it would include those actors at some point?
Oh, definitely, dude.
You do?
Definitely.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
There was a theory going on YouTube from this channel that I watch on there. I can't remember the name, but they were saying how this could open up like maybe a few years down the road, maybe, 6 or 7 years down the road, because they're talking about wanting to do a Spider-Verse live action film.
Nick Cage, they got to get him to play noir Spider-Man.
That would be pretty funny.
And he's my favorite Spider-Man. That would be so dope.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited if that does happen. I could see that, Tobey Maguire being, how Into the Spider-Verse, how the overweight Spider-Man,
Yeah.
he could play that one.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. But, I mean, that would be kind of cool to have him in it.
And I think they gave us a little bit of a preview of what a live action Into the Spider-Verse could look like when Mysterio, when he was going through all the weird scenes of what wasn't really happening. Mm-hmm. That could be kind of what the Into the Spider-Verse would look like, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about the other part of that, which was, so we see Nick Fury and Hill, is her name? Maria Hill. Mm-hmm. They're driving, and all of a sudden it's revealed to us that
they were actually Skrulls.
They were Skrulls, which was cool because Mysterio is trying to basically change reality for Peter Parker, but, make him think one reality is one way and then trick him. He's tricking him. Well, we got tricked.
Right.
Because, nobody saw that coming, right?
Well,
did you?
I didn't see it coming, but when I heard it, and I was like, oh, okay. Because back in Captain Marvel, where Nick Fury and Carol Danvers, or Captain Marvel, was driving to the S.H.I.E.L.D. base, he was saying how nobody calls him Nick, they call him Fury. And Maria Hill called him Nick.
Right.
And
there was another scene, too, where I think Peter Parker mentions Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. He's like, you don't even speak that name.
Right.
That wasn't like a very Nick Fury thing, I didn't think. And so that was maybe a red herring that that's not the guy. So, but I thought that was a cool little twist. Mm-hmm. All the great twists were in the end credits, which is great because in the first movie, the end credits were not really. Do you remember? It was like a joke that with Captain America and
But I also saw too on Instagram where they said that this could be an easy fix. Mm-hmm. The Skrull could change into Spider-Man or Peter Parker, however they want to do it, and be like, I'm not Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think that sets up the next movie pretty awesome. So the last part, though, is they call Nick Fury and are basically updating him. And he's up in the spaceship.
Yep.
It looks like he's in like Tahiti or something, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it's the spaceship. So is that's the Krull spaceship? Yeah,
well, I think that's like the I think in the comics they call it the Sword. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like the space station for the Justice League. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So basically that is their space station, to thwart off, space invasions, I guess you could say, on Earth.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what do you think that sets up for the next movie?
Hopefully we get some Silver Surfer. I think Adam Warlock.
Some Fantastic Four while we're in it?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. But also, too, I saw another deal where a guy was breaking down the last scene of, or not the last scene, was when Spider-Man was going to go pick up MJ. Mm-hmm. And he flew through that tower, which used to be the old Avengers Tower. Well, supposedly they are saying that could be the Fantastic Four Tower.
Nice.
More than the Oscorp Tower.
Nice. Back to the Spider-Man Homecoming, the end scene. When he's taking MJ, swinging her, that was amazing. I thought just because it was more lifelike than because she was terrified.
Yeah.
And I would have been too. I'd have been like this.
Well, see, and it's kind of cool too because you see the web swinging mechanics in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It was, obviously it was fake, but this one looks so real, and it just like I feel like it was like you said, and like what I said earlier, is making this universe more real.
Yeah, I agree because it did feel like more lifelike with the way that they put the camera right on them and it was shaky and all that.
Yeah. And that's the first time we've gotten to see Spider-Man actually web swing through the city.
Oh wow!
In the new Marvel or the MCU version.
Yeah, okay.
And so,
you're right.
I also think too that he's finally became Spider-Man.
Yes.
So I think we might be seeing a lot more web swinging in the following movies.
Oh, okay. More of him embracing being Spider-Man all out.
Yeah.
See, I would think in this next movie though, he'd be less likely. Like he'll be more Peter Parker. But I mean, the first two movies, he was a lot more Peter Parker than Spider-Man. So I can see how.
Yeah, I feel like we've had.
But since they've outed him.
Yeah, I feel like we've had an origin story for Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And I think now we're going to have an origin story for Spider-Man.
Nice.
So that's what I'm hoping.
like that.
So
I like the way you put that.
That's what I'm hoping.
Ooh.
But Christian says back to the end credit scene, Secret Invasion for the next phases of movies, which I do believe that. I think there are some bad Skrulls out there.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Kree might be more of a play in this now.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I think, but I think like the big threats, Galactus, Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, trying to think of somebody else. Probably one of Galactus little
Vulture's got to come back, right?
He has to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then, of course, at some point, I mean, I'm thinking that we get Venom and Carnage, too.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that, for real.
The Spider-Man right now is the most exciting thing that is going on, except for maybe I got to take that back, though.
Oh, okay.
I got to take it back because if you're watching, Thor 4 is going to happen.
And you know what's crazy? Why didn't they save that for San Diego Comic-Con?
I don't
came out
know.
like 2 days before.
Yeah, so that's why I've got the Thor toys up here. And hopefully it's not Thor 4, it's Thor Ragnarok 2.
Yeah.
Because I love Thor Ragnarok.
And Taika Waititi's coming back?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you think we'll get more Hulk? Like,
because I think he still has a couple more movies on his contract.
Yeah.
So
I just love the pairing of Thor and Hulk. That was awesome. So,
Yeah.
But
it's my friend from work.
yeah, but definitely Thor Ragnarok is one of my top. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, those are at the top.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see that movie.
What's up, Ryan?
Did we get any kind of release date or when it's filming or anything like that?
I think it's going to be filming. I know they're writing or, figuring out the logistics and writing it. And
Yeah.
I think that it should be written by the end of this year from what I've heard through, reputable sources.
Right.
But, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it won't come out until, another 2 years.
Gotcha.
2021.
Gotcha. Well, I'm excited about that. All right. Let's talk real quick. I got some comic book recommendations for people.
Oh, okay.
Because I just finished Batman: The Last Night on Earth, and this comic book is crazy. Cameo. That's the one.
What's it about?
You can see he's got the Joker, like he's carrying the Joker head in his little thing. Here's the synopsis: the world has been destroyed, and Batman is on a quest to find out who's responsible. But when villains from his past begin to complicate things for the Dark Knight, he finds an unlikely ally in a place known as the Plains of Solitude, which is obviously probably where Superman's hanging out. But I read it. It's weird. It's really weird, but I like that. I like that a lot. It's on the black label, DC Black Label, and it's Snyder and Capullo. So if you were a fan of the new 52 Batman stuff like
Yeah.
I was, This is awesome. And the reason I wanted to bring it up, this one came out a couple weeks ago, but book 2 comes out July 31st. So we're just a couple weeks from that, and I can't wait. So anything you've been reading?
Man, I've been so busy with work. I haven't had chance to read anything. I know I'm still enjoying the, oh my goodness.
Spider-Man Through the Ages?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Is it Through the Ages?
I think so.
I've got a first couple of those, but I think the trade paperback, I've looked up a few of like when these things are coming out. I think that one might be before too long, so I got to pick that one up. I want to get them all. I just got to get them all together because you can see my stacks and stacks of comic books over here.
And I found mine.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't mind it. I love having comic books, but I get anxiety because I'm like, I want to read this, but now I've got to find them all. I've got to get them all together.
Right. Just wait for the trade paperback.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man Through the Ages. Also, did you know here in a couple, I think it might be October. I'll look again because I'll update people as we get closer to these. The trade paperback for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends is coming. So,
yeah, I think I'm a couple ish. I think I've read the first 3. I'm so far behind.
Me too. That's why I was like, just give me the trade paperback. I can hold on to that one and catch up. So, let me ask you this: the other thing you were telling me about, there's like a new kind of story angle going on with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the current run. And and I'm digging it. Tell me about that.
Okay, so if you didn't know, Splinter now runs the Foot Clan.
Which is so weird.
Yeah. Well, also...
Are they good or bad now? Okay.
Yeah.
Is Splinter good or bad now? Okay. All right.
I mean, he's not going around, just killing people or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he is trying to, take control over, some areas.
Right.
But the last issue that I read was Karai is wanting back the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so like I said, I'm far behind. I think I'm like 2 or 3 issues behind. But we got a female Ninja Turtle now.
Really? How did that happen?
Okay, so I don't know exactly how it happened because I haven't read that issue yet. Right. It came out, I think, last Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, last Wednesday. And it is Splinter's right hand because the Turtles are now the Hamato clan, and Splinter, even though he is Hamato, he's part of the Foot Clan. So, they're split up. But his right hand, which you would have thought would have been Leo, but since they split up, it's this one of the top foot ninjas, Jenica.
Okay.
And somehow she got hurt, but Leo gave her a blood transfusion. And so his mutagen blood mixed with her blood turned her into a female Ninja Turtle.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's pretty cool. And no, her bandana isn't pink or purple. It's like a yellowish.
Oh, cool.
A yellowish color.
Really, those teenage boys need a few more girl turtles to date.
Well, and it's sad too because Casey Jones and April are no longer together in the story, and he was kind of feeling Jenica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? That's
so unless he does
a little weird.
Yeah. So unless
like, dude, you got a whole lot of human girls to pick from. Why are you trying to take from the Turtles girls?
Well, see, that's the thing though. She wasn't a turtle then.
Oh, I see. So she's still not attracted to other turtles.
No, I mean she don't have to be now.
Well, I mean, because that's weird. That's some cross-species stuff that we shouldn't even get into.
No.
Not on the family show.
No. This isn't a farm, okay, guys? Not a farm.
I work on a farm.
Well, that's a different type of farm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's what's up. That's what kind of what we're interested in. Like I say, I'm digging the Batman Last Night on Earth. I got a couple of the Rebirth Batman, like the hardcover collected edition. So it's like 3 or 4 of the I think it's actually like 3 or 4 of the trade paperbacks collected. So
okay.
Yeah, so I'm getting them all in one. So that's nice too. Before we get out of here, there were some Eisner Awards, right?
Yes, and one of our most favorite comic books, Mr. Miracle. What's his name? Oh my, Tom King.
Tom King, yeah,
yes.
and I think it's Garrett.
Yeah. Both won Eisner Awards. 3 different ones. He got Mitch got the best penciler. Tom King got the best writer, and then the whole book, short series run, I think, however they called it. They won, basically 3.
Nice.
3 awards for Mr. Miracle.
Very nice. So I've been reading their Twitter and stuff, and they were talking about how they were trying to, that they were nominated for these Eisner Awards. And I don't know. I think Tom King may have won some previously for that Vision book. So
yeah.
So I'm proud of him. I'm excited for him. I'm proud of him, like we know him.
Right.
But that book was such a tour de force last year. Like everybody talked about it, loved it. Mr. Miracle, we made fans of us.
Definitely of me.
And we weren't even into that, Mr. Miracle, who's that?
Right.
So if you haven't read Mr. Miracle, go get it. I've got the hardcover. There's a trade paperback. We've got all the single issues. Yeah.
Well, I don't. You do.
Oh, well, you can have them.
Well, I have the trade paperback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'll just give them away to people because I just read it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Like seriously though, I will. Like I've said, I'm more of a Marvel person than I am a DC person.
Right.
But Mr. Miracle is my favorite DC character. Favorite, besides The Flash.
Well, I can't say he's my favorite, but
he's my favorite, dude.
I did love it.
He made me a favorite of him in that.
Batman kills babies.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go read that story now.
You should. All right, well, we've got a Nerdtorious coming out shortly. Going to kick that off.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that.
Cameo did a great interview, so be looking for that.
It was great.
Well, you had a great guest.
Yeah, great guest. Exactly.
Did you ask him about Machete?
Yes.
So if that tells you who it is. Yeah.
Danny Glover?
No. If you got Danny Glover, that'd be dope too. Yeah.
One day.
Should we just say?
No.
So
we already gave him enough.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Didn't it be out, next week maybe?
Yes.
Awesome.
Next week for sure.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Well, so look forward to that, and then we'll be back with another new Nerds to Men probably the week after that.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's it for me.
Like always, keep it nerdy.
Have a great week.